Hey Dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have some drama that's been going on for a few days. A music show has kind of removed BTS from their listing, and I definitely kind of wanted to wait for a statement on this. And apparently now we have it. So I definitely want to give my thoughts and my feelings on it. And then we also have V, or Taehyung Zaddy, causing a little bit of trouble on a plane. A small little accident, if you will, on his half. That's a pretty funny one. That's something we'll get into. So if you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a video drops. Any of you are a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now let's get into it. The first thing I want to get into is apparently this music award show that apparently everyone thought BTS was banned from. Their songs had been removed from the nominee list, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into some context so you know what's going on. So this is a music show on the network MBC, and this is apparently a very, very popular music show. Apparently at the end of the year, they always have this big anticipated award show, and it's huge within the industry, at least in the K-pop industry. I believe the American most anticipated award show is probably like the Grammys or the Oscars or something like that. But anywho, the show kind of has its own little voting system. This is where singers can have their fandom kind of vote into who they believe should win. If you could not tell, I have never seen this award show before. Nothing against it, I just don't own a TV or have cable. So BTS was originally in this nominee list that you can go on the app and vote. Some were saying TXT was in the nomination as well. Now, while that was up and going, Big Hit kind of announced a concert. And this was going to be on the same day that the music show on MBC was happening. Obviously, when the music show found out about this, I could see why they would possibly be upset if they were, since obviously fans would tune into the music show to see if BTS or TXT won anything. But now they probably wouldn't watch it, as all of them would probably be watching BTS's concert. Obviously, allegedly this would happen, we don't know. I think a lot of artists are possibly doing stuff that day as well. Life goes on, and there's a lot of stuff happening every single day. If you're a well-known music show, you should have faith that people are just gonna tune in because you're a well-known music show. And if no one's watching, then step your award show game up. Make it the best award show people have ever seen, and people will tune in to watch. So apparently BTS and TXT from that point on was removed from the nominee list, i.e. you weren't able to vote for them. And of course ARMY's and Youngwon, which is TXT's fandom name, are gonna take notice right away that their faves aren't there. Where did my faves go? So of course ARMY's and Youngwons were protesting online. They were tweeting, they were trending. You know, the normal stuff you do when you're trying to get MBC's attention. I was reading people over on the Tweetster tweeting things like this. Hello MBC, since Dynamite by BTS is excluded from MoveBeat even though the song is still less than 3 months old, it sells the highest digital points this week. Can you give us an explanation about this? Is the criteria changed? Thank you. Now this was copy and pasted, as in a lot of armies started copy and pasting this phrase and sending it over to MBC. Obviously MBC then got flooded with these type of tweets, which to be fair is not the worst thing that's ever been said. It's actually quite calm. Other people took it that MBC was being petty. One saying this, oh my, oh my, we got you mad so fast. I gotta say, when I first read this, I was like ugly laughing, like in tears. This is so funny. How y'all guys come up with this stuff? Y'all so smart. I did find this very weird for it to happen, so armies were a little sus. They were ready to vote MBC out. However, they did put out a statement, we'll get into that. Regardless of whatever other artists are doing, whether they're doing something the same day or they're doing something next week, even if BTS publicly comes out and says MBC sucks, which they haven't, you still have to put them up on the nomination because their song was still a hit #1. You have to report it correctly and you have to go by the numbers. This is the whole point of an award show. But this happened 2 days ago, and I was waiting to see if MBC would put out any little statement on this. Also, there was a lot of other stuff going on, so I kind of wanted to talk about that. But anyway, we're talking about this now. MBC did release a statement, and I wanted to read it to you. Dear MoveBeat users, this is the MoveBeat team. NBC's show, Music Core, has confirmed an error in the ranking data tabulation for November 14th's broadcast, and we have since received the corrected data. As such, we would like to inform you that the 2 additional nominees have been added to the global voting episode 702. We promise to take the necessary measures to prevent this from happening again. Now they say it's an error, I'm inclined to believe them. There's no reason for me not to believe them. Obviously as an award show, you want to remain credible, you want to be accurate and correct, and you want to give away awards to people who deserve it, not just the people that you like. BTS has been snubbed so many times by shows, so armies are always on edge for things like this. I am personally really glad that they fixed it. Now we got it, we can go and vote. Any company that does the correct thing, also if they apologize when they messed up, this is a good one in my book, okay? I stand that. In In 2020, all we can ask for people who've done something bad is to apologize and move on. V or Taehyung actually had an old moment where he had to apologize for something. Apologize for a little plane accident that happened. This is not anything too serious, it's very fun. It's just something that V did on a plane that he did not intend for it to happen. BTS was doing an interview not too long ago, and I believe this was on a radio show on KBS. And I really like the Korean radio shows that they used to do, because they used to tell a lot more about their life experiences, and just in general kind of funny stuff that happens with them. As opposed to American interviews, where obviously they can't speak English, so they don't get to share some stories that they have. And we end up knowing less about their life. But this interview, BTS was talking about their plane experiences, and how when they went on this particular plane, there was about 80 people-ish, and as soon as they get on the plane, BTS orders ramen. Oh yes, ramen. Our boys are fancy. RM claims that the ramen is so good, I guess, on the plane that they get it immediately when they get on board. I've never had good ramen on a plane, so I gotta know what this is. It is instant ramen, but is this like the really good instant ramen that they get? Anyway, this must have been a special plane where the ramen was really good. But apparently the ramen that they got really did smell really, really good. And scent really does travel on a plane. Because obviously in an airplane, it's the same air that's being circulated. And I would imagine if you eat anything near a vent, other people are probably gonna smell it. So apparently after smelling the ramen, the entire cabin, all 80 people that were in there, constantly kept ordering ramen throughout the whole day. This would obviously be a big deal to the flight staff, as they had to constantly make 80 ramens. This was such a big deal that apparently Big Hit had to call BTS and tell them to stop and not do that anymore. Which on the good side, they don't currently take planes with other people anymore, they take private planes, so they can eat as much ramen as they want. But the interviewer did ask RM if he was the one who started this, to which RM said no. Then V went ahead and apologized, which I thought was so funny. I do love the fact that RM never placed blame on V. He just kind of told what happened in the story. This to me shows that RM clearly does not blame V. Also, it's not that big of a deal. They just can't eat ramen on a plane anymore. However, big oops right there. Big oops. Getting the whole cabin to order ramen just because you wanted some ramen. 7 boys make 80 people order ramen. It's really funny. And of course, as more people keep ordering it, the scent gets bigger and bigger and then more people want it. BTS has such great taste, they can sell out ramen even though people don't know that they're ordering it. Or I would assume that people didn't know that they ordered it. Because they were likely in business or first class, is like all the way in the front of the plane, and people were just ordering it by the smell. I need to know what brand this ramen is. I wanted to know the general reaction of this over on the Twitter, the Tweetster. It seems most people were actually not surprised by this at all. One person wrote, "This is so usual for them already, don't be surprised." And yeah, pretty much the rest of the tweets are something along the lines of, "That's so BTS," which is so funny. That is just known within the BTS fandom that BTS causes these domino effects. I guess our 7 boys can't really do anything without other people following. Honestly, I can't believe they had a ramen party without me. Like they said, let's have 80 people on a plane with BTS on it, but we're not gonna go pick up Dave. Like the nerve. I would have totally given my address to, all they had to do is swoop down my house, pick me up, we can have our ramen party. But anyway, let me know what you think, let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. As always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't post on here. This is due to copyright or things like that that get taken down sometimes. So I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get reaction videos like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff over there. Link is in the top of the description down below. Also, anything you want to contribute over there gives back to this channel and all that jazz. So I have a video over there explaining that if you want to go and check that out. With that said, there are 2 videos that will appear on the screen at the end of this video. So click on one of those. I'll see you over there. Bye.
I put